This is one of my favorite ways to stretch my straddle. So I'm going to use the pole to assist me. I'm going to make my initial straddle position. So for your basic straddle position, you want to have your knees straight and kneecaps facing the ceiling. I recommend that you go to the outside of your heel, because if you're on the very back of your heel, as your body tips forward, quite often what will happen is that your leg will rotate inwards, and we don't want that with straddle. So set the outside of your heel into the floor. You can point, flex, or relax your feet. So the important thing here is that your legs are your firm foundation, active and pressing down into the floor or mat or X stage. So from here, you want to be at about an arm's distance from your pole. You're going to reach straight forward. On your inhale, lift your spine up and away from the floor, shoulders are down. And then on your exhale, think of your chest reaching forward for the pole. So you can see what's happening here is that instead of dropping my head and rounding my back, I'm lengthening my spine up and pulling my spine literally up and out of my hips and creating length, and then I can get a better stretch. I quite like moving around a little bit as I warm up into my straddle, so feel free if you think that moving side to side is helping. And then once you start warming up into it and you've got a little bit of depth, you can then choose, if you want to walk your hands up, open up your shoulders, really just try to drop your chest through and get a really nice shoulder stretch at the same time. To come out, I recommend you tuck your tail under and kind of roll yourself away, back to upright. So there's a few things that we can do here to modify and spice it up, and you can definitely try all of these and see which one works better for you. So the first thing we can do is elevate the feet. So you can even do one at a time. So say, for example, I just elevate my right foot, I do my straddle, I'm really working primarily through my right leg. I can come out, switch to the left. That way you're not putting stress on both legs at the same time. So that can be a kind of way of getting into your deeper straddle stretch. And then of course you can elevate both feet at the same time. So now you're getting a deeper stretch through both inner thighs, and then you're going to go through that same process. Think of your hips going back behind you, keep your belly lightly engaged to your spine, and then walk your hands up the pole and find that nice stretch, shoulders and hips. Again, to come out, you want to tuck your tail and roll away from the pole. So there is one thing that you can add, and then the other thing that you might like to try is to put a band around both legs. So it starts at your low back. You're going to bring out these two ends and loop them one at a time over each foot, like so. So you'll want to flex your feet and drive your heels away from you to get into your straddle. It's going to feel a little more secure now if you are in flexion. You can point if you want. You see how the band will move a little bit. So flex is going to feel more comfortable. And now from here, you can see that the band is pulling my low back forwards a little, and that's showing me the direction that I want to take my spine in this stretch. So rather than rounding my back away from the pole, I'm lifting my spine up and allowing my chest to come forwards. And again, I can reach up, find that nice shoulder stretch, and just drop through. And then to come out, I'm going to tuck my tail, roll out of it, and then one leg at a time, bring the foot in, bring the other foot in, and then unloop your feet. And that is the seated straddle stretch.